We're Karen and Bo Christensen, a Danish-American couple who met in Germany in 2016. Bo is an airline pilot, and Karen is a freelance advertising creative director. In late 2022, we bought Château de La Tuilerie in Martel, France, and are working to make it a bed and breakfast and wedding destination fit for a queen. Welcome to Queen's Escape. So Bo and I were just going to the grocery store and we came upon a big brocante, outdoor brocante today. Looks promising. To the Orangery. And there's Dirty Bo.
Yeah, it's not the workshop, it's the dirt shop. I'm coming. So I started sanding the window frames, and for reference it's probably good to see how they looked first. You know? So this is the condition we're working with, and it's not very good, but we're going to try and sand it down to the fresh wood and then replace.
So that's the outside. What does the inside look like?
The inside is a little
similar.
Better, but it's a better condition inside because it didn't take all the weather and the rain. So that's how it looks. And, you know, if you look on this piece of wood out here, you can see that this is intact. We just have to sand it down and paint it again. And the other side is different. So over here, I've sanded down all the frame.
It looks really good.
And you know, I can't get in here, but this is something we can do by hand. You know, this thing here.
Should get some more, yeah.
Yeah. And then we can just carefully, or we have to take the windows out, do it properly, and then paint it. And then put the windows back in.
See the outside.
Because I don't know what you call it in English, but we call it kit. The stuff that sits around the glass here is in a very bad condition, like you can just. So the windows need to come out, and we can just put them back in later. But then we could do the paint job easily, sand it down and put the glass back in, fresh kit.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it to fall. I guess we call it putty, but could be a better name
Putty.
for it. Yeah.
Anyway, I sanded the whole frame and in between here down to the fresh wood and over here. So the frames are in a good condition. I think it's oak or something like that.
Yeah.
And I did up along the edge where I could. I still need to do the lower part here. So here comes the trouble, or some people will say trouble. I actually think it's interesting because there's a challenge here. You saw the other one on the other side. This one is in a very bad condition. And there was a piece of plastic.
It just looks like a piece of wood, really.
Yeah. So there was a piece of plastic lying over with some stones to protect for water. There was newspaper in here to protect for water.
Oh.
So what we need to do is we need to cut out all the way here with a stitch saw and then make a fresh piece of wood that we can have here. That's a new one.
Okay.
And then attach it. And then I'm gonna keep the inner part. This is one piece, this whole thing, but I'm gonna keep the inner part and probably just cut it off down this way here and then put a new piece on.
Well, I am really amazed at how much better the windows look with that paint off. You know, and with the putty off, and having that fresh and nice and organized would be
you can feel now that
big difference. You think those windows will come clean?
Yeah. So if we go next door, I can show you how it looks because Isabella, my daughter, has been working on that today. And what we've been doing today is that she clean all the windows and the frames. So I'm not going to sand here anytime soon because we're going to have a couple of events here. But the windows have been cleaned, the frames, and what you might notice is also that she has cleaned all around the walls, everywhere on the scaffolding behind you. Turn around. So she's been up here and I was just driving her around, you know, she would sweep the whole ceiling, the walls. So it's all been cleaned.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Getting ready for a few events, Make it nice.
And,
I guess we need to mop.
Tomorrow she's gonna clean the lower part of the wall, just run over it quickly. And then we will sweep the floor and then vacuum clean and then we have to mop.
Yeah.
And then it's ready. My daughter has started working on the windows on the orangery, and on the right side, that room she did yesterday. So those windows are clean, and now she's doing the entrance door. And at the same time I started sanding the frames on the left side, so we're gonna wait to clean the windows on that side until I'm done sanding, because that is a big mess it's making. But anyway, when I'm done sanding up here, we can start to paint the frames, and then it's gonna look very good.
So I just posted a couple of events on Patreon. We're hosting a concert in a couple of weeks on August 15th of violin and accordion and reading. And I think it's just so cool. It's one of these wonderful ladies that we've met here in town, Chloe, and she is English, but of course she speaks French. She's lived here a while, and she's a voiceover artist as well as a musician. And so they're going to be doing a concert in our Orangery, which is so cool, and we're really, really excited to host them. And then, you know, as a perk, we invite all of our Patreon subscribers to follow us. And then coming up Thursday, October 12th, we're going to have this wandering dance, not a festival, but event here with this private French cultural group, and they're going to set up dance locations all over the chateau grounds, and then guests are just going to wander around and watch the dancing, and then come back to the Orangery and have a potluck dinner together. So super cool. Bo and I are so excited that we're going to be able to support the arts. So exciting. So we're working on getting the Orangery set up for some future events, like a music event and a dance event that we have coming up. So we are using the teenage boys who are here visiting with Beau's son to help to move the large, it's not a pool table, it's sort of like, maybe it's a French version of pool, European pool or something. It doesn't have the pockets on the side, but to move that table out of the way. So something that I have been neglecting but really need to keep up with is my French study. It's very easy not to want to do it because it just kind of feels like there's so far to go. But I have purchased a Berlitz program of French to do online for a year, and so I need to try to make use of it every single day. So that's something that I have committed to working on every morning after breakfast.
Moi, c'est le 07 42 54 17 92.
Moi, c'est le 07 42 54 17 92. In this kind of exercise, they have a conversation and they ask questions about the conversation. And you can show the conversation, but I like to try it without that first.
Vous avez une carte de visite, s'il vous plaît?
Non, mais voici mon adresse email. françoise.bourdon@13tech.com. Il n'y a pas de C cédille.
Pas de C cédille, d'accord. C'est Bourdon ou Bourdan?
Bourdon. B-O-U-R-D-O-N. Et vous, vous avez un numéro de téléphone?
Oui, je n'ai pas de téléphone fixe, mais j'ai un numéro de téléphone portable. C'est le 07 32 95 56 37.
C'est bien noté, merci.
So it sounds like he didn't have a fixed telephone. He had a portable telephone. And this says he didn't have n'est pas a portable telephone. So he has, the answer here is this. And I did not hear her spell Francois. So they're asking, does this C have... does it have a C? Does it have two C's? Or does it have a C? And I can't remember what that's called, so I will listen one more time.
Vous avez une carte de visite, s'il vous plaît?
Non, mais voici mon adresse email. françoise.bourdon@13tech.com. Il n'y a pas de C cédille.
Pas de C cédille, d'accord. C'est Bourdon ou Bourdan?
No CD.
Bourdon.
So I think that is it. But then we would look and it says, you have a carte de visite, so like an ID card, please. And she says, no, but I have my email address, Francois dot Bourdon arrobase underscore, I think, point.com. And there is not, the C does not have a sadilla. So it is not this. I think that's what that means. And not a C sadilla. Okay, it is Bourdon or Bourdon. So Bourdon or Bourdon. And because we're learning the difference between the O-N sound and the A-N sound in this lesson. So Bourdon, B-O-U-R-D-O-N. And you have a number of telephone, and And he says, yes, I do not have a fixed telephone, but I have a number of my portable telephone. And then he says it, which we'll practice, 07 32 12 20 15. So it's 2 times 20 and 15. And then 56 and 30. I have to hear it again. I'm terrible at numbers. C'est bien. So now I'm just going to see if we got it right. Yes, we got it right. So that's good. But we need to listen again for the pronunciation.
O-U-R.
Maybe
Carte
start
de
in the
visite,
beginning.
s'il vous plaît.
Non,
Vous avez une carte de visite, s'il vous plaît.
non, mais voici mon adresse email. françoise.bourdon@13tech.com.
Okay.
Il n'y a pas de CCD.
Pas de CCD. D'accord. C'est Bourdon ou Bourdon?
Bourdon.
Bourdon. B-O-U-R-D-O-N. Et vous, vous avez un numéro de téléphone?
Oui, je n'ai pas de téléphone fixe, mais j'ai un numéro de téléphone portable. C'est le 07 32 95 56 37.
It's kind of funny how they get the number 92. You know, it's not 92. It's 4 times 20 and 2. No, it's 4 times 20 plus 12. So 4 times 20 is 80 plus 12 is 92, and they say it that way. They say it 4 20. So 80. So 4 times 20 92 plus 12. I was telling my parents, so all the kids in school in the US who say, yeah, when are we ever going to use this? Well, in France, you would use math all the time. If you could see all of the glitter details that I put on. Try to do it by color. I think it's really pretty. You know, it's so funny. We just opened our little room, Himiko, to be booked recently. You know, we had to do just a little extra work in there, like Beau painted one wall that had a little stain on it that looked like someone had thrown some tea or something on it. So he painted that, and we took an extra bed out of there, and so now it's just a double bed in this room. And you know, brought up a nice armoire. It's not a nice armoire, but it's an armoire. Okay, it used to be our linen closet, but we brought the linen closet up there, so there's a linen closet in place where the bed was. And it's a very, very basic room, but when I think about it, we have Catherine, and that has a double bed and a single bed. And we have Cleopatra, and that has 2 single beds. And these are our 2 small rooms. But because Catherine has 3 places to sleep, it's a little more expensive than Cleopatra, for example. But since Cleopatra has 2 single beds, not every couple wants to stay in there because, you know, you want to sleep in the same bed as your partner. So now that we've opened Himiko and it just has a double bed in it, and it's the same price as Cleopatra, which is our lowest price, it books all the time. I mean, it books constantly. And, you know, I worry because we haven't had the chance yet to redecorate really any of our rooms. But that one is particularly sparse. You know, there's just not a lot in there. It's fine. It has a really charming little sink that, like, you have to tip to empty it. So that's a little special thing. But it's just, you know, it's just a basic room. But I'm telling you, this week, every time I have rented that room for one night, the couple has come to me and said, we're going to stay another night. And then we end up booking it for 2 nights. So I'm really happy to be able to offer that one. And I can't wait to redecorate it because it's our Queen Himiko room. So it is inspired by a Japanese queen. So I just think about all of the wonderful Japanese design we're going to be able to put in there. And so, yeah, so this is good news. So sometimes you don't see things because you're so used to walking past them. I don't know if you can see this, but look at the film on our front doors. It looks really crappy. So I'm going to take a moment and Windex that. It's funny, I really need to pay attention to some of the stuff that I take for granted. A lot better. What's that they say? You never get a second chance to make a first impression. I think that was an old Head and Shoulders tagline. And I love old advertising taglines because that's when they knew how to write back in the 70s and 80s. So I just brought down a lot of this laundry to be washed. And I dropped it here on the floor. And then I just saw a spider. Golly. That is not a small spider. That is a big spider. Oh, and he cannot be scared to run off into this room. So I'm gonna get a jar and get him in it. Yikes. It's gonna be a vase. Okay, that's right, get in there. Climb up. Holy. Oh, big fella. And out he goes. Go on, be free. Perhaps he doesn't want to be free. Go on, there you go. Now he's gone. Yikes. So there's a lot of small jobs that go on a little bit behind the scenes, which is just dealing with our website and the booking.com sites and Airbnb and all of that. And, you know, it probably takes time, you know, from me every other day, I would say, you know, just to deal with some of the stuff to make sure our website is talking together with the other websites where we allow people to book. And yeah, I give you an example, you know, our website it was still taking money for people to come and stay here, but it wasn't sending that money to us. And the reason for that was that I changed the account from personal account over to a business account. And to do that, they need all of your business papers and your KBIS number, which is the number of your business recognized in France. And the official address that goes with our KBIS number is correct. But the address that our bank and our power company, for example, had was an address that we thought was our address when we moved here. So they have those addresses on file. So the two addresses in our proof of business and then our proof of residency didn't match. So I was trying to, get the system to accept our real address, but in fact, it wouldn't. So finally, I just changed the address that is supposed to be our official address to the address that is on all of our documents that would prove it. And because it would get here, it's just a little bit wrong. But they know us enough in town here that we would get the mail, so I changed it. And then today, boom, we suddenly get paid for, I don't know how many rooms that we've rented that they haven't paid for us, but it's nice to see. It's always nice to see a little help in the bank, so that's nice. But I guess the point is that there's always just a little bit of sitting down and dealing with this stuff, which I actually really enjoy. I enjoy doing computer work and solving problems. So in the workroom, I've made myself a little laundry corner. We used to have the rotary iron right out here, kind of facing out here, and then I had some chairs here to kind of put the the iron sheets on, but discovered that really the iron can go right up against the wall because the back is closed. So because the back's closed, you can have it right up against the wall and it's not going to bother anything. So better to have this right up against the wall, and then I move this table over here and I can put my 3 different sizes of sheets, 90, 140, and 160 here, which I need a place to put things after I iron, and then I can have a little table here with a fan because it gets kind of hot, and a spritz bottle for water, and then water for me, and a little speaker so I can listen to my audiobooks, and then of course all of the laundry that needs to be processed from one side to the next. And then I have my ironing board here so I can kind of stand here, and then I can iron the linens that we use for the breakfast table in the morning and the bread baskets. But at the moment, it's just, a little ironing corner, and I'll probably want to duplicate this in the next door room once we transform that into the laundry room, and then this becomes the kitchen. But for now, what I like is it kind of, once I get rid of this stupid suitcase and the sheets that are there, it's going to open up this space a little bit more. And that's going to be nice, I think. So, yay. And I put some of my pictures up that I brought from the US or had shipped. This one, the glass broke, but always loved the little naughty boy standing in the corner. And this picture is an antique print that I had long before I was married. And I just always liked how she was leaning on him and just enjoying, him playing the piano. And, after I met Beau, I always thought that our relationship, it reminded me of this picture. I always wanted someone to lean on, and that's hard to find. Sometimes that's hard to find. And then this one, also a print. I don't know if you can see it, but you can just sort of see this lady, she's gazing into the fireplace, and her maid is holding her hand. You can see that. You can tell she's upset And just the, I don't know, the emotion of that picture I always really liked, you know, just the feeling that she must be feeling and how her maid is just there for her. I just loved that. Yeah, not sure if such a picture would be considered, well, you know, we don't want to depict slavery or servitude, of course, but it's an old print, so I always liked the relationship between the two women. So it's 11:33 on Thursday morning, and I have this lovely laundry pile of clean sheets behind me, and some off the line and some more off the line, and lots to do. And so this is day one. So it's 7:35 p.m. and I have ironed a lot of laundry. Yes, and washed a lot of laundry and hung out at least 3 loads of laundry. So I've also brought in 2 loads of laundry, and so I have that laundry here and 2 sheets left from the load that was there when I started today. So, you know, 8 hours of laundry, and I did well. You know, I made a good dent. It takes a long time to do all of this. I've been sitting here in this ironing chair for about 10 minutes, just sitting because, yeah, really tired, and I'm waiting actually for our guests to come home. I can hear the laundry's done. I'm waiting for our guests to come home because they wanted me to talk to them and give them a little history of the chateau. So I looked up a few dates and names so I can make sure that I'm accurate when I speak to them. So I'm kind of waiting for them to come home, and don't really want to watch TV, and I can't go up and take a shower until they get here. So, and they said they'd be back in the afternoon, but it's kind of getting late in the evening actually, so getting a little tired to sit and talk to them about the chateau. Honestly, maybe I can do it when they have breakfast in the morning. I just want to show you my 2 empty laundry baskets because I'm caught up with the laundry. I just started doing it every day, you know, and not putting it off and not taking on so much work. You know, it's in May, July, and August. This place is insanely busy. It's just so busy because in May there's a lot of holidays in France, and then in July and August everybody's on vacation, and in August all of France is on vacation. So we have so many bookings all the time, which is so yay. But so to the point that I just had to let myself off the hook for doing anything else at this place. Weeding, outdoor work, everything. I'm not committed to doing any of it except taking care of the bed and breakfast. And that is a long day for me, but the laundry is done and ironed and ready to go up to, you know, put on the beds every day after I clean rooms, because I'm cleaning rooms every day too. But it's more of a structured day for me. You know, I get up in the morning and I do the breakfast and I clean up the breakfast. I say bye-bye to the people that are leaving. I go and I clean all the rooms where the people just left, and usually have that done around 2-ish, something like that. I'm a lot faster than I used to be. And then after 2, I come and I just make sure that all of the rooms are ready for the guests that are coming in for the day, and they have flowers, and I make sure that the bread is being made, and I do the laundry from the rooms I just cleaned, and I put it out on the line, and then as it comes back in, I iron it and get it all folded up and put away. I greet the new guests, you know, and then finish up whatever I have to do, and by then it's time to have dinner. And if Beau is here, he stays up and waits for any guests that have gone to dinner, and if he's not here, I stay up and wait for any guests that have gone to dinner, go to bed, do it again. But I don't get behind. It's a schedule that I can just do. And yeah, I just needed to knock all the rest of the stuff off my plate, and I'm very happy to kind of be able to keep ahead of it now. So we'll be smarter and wiser for next summer. And then, you know, after July, after August, when we start getting into September and October, I can start taking on other fun projects again, because I won't have so much stuff to do.